Hi beauties, and welcome to my channel. I recently had someone asking me about my beauty technique. Now that I'm almost turning 50, right? I'll be 50 in May. And I had someone ask me about my beauty technique. What do I do for my makeup and everything, being as a black woman? Because they noticed that my skin always looks so nice and I don't wear a lot of makeup. And so I did some research and I looked up mature beauty bloggers. And what I found was that I wasn't represented. Me as a black woman, I wasn't represented for mature skin. Now there are a lot of over 50 mature beauty bloggers, and they're great. They're fine. They're, you know, I love their content, but they don't represent me. And I truly believe that representation matters. There's a ton of beauty bloggers that are younger and they're doing their thing, and I love them. But I couldn't find anyone who looked like me and knew what my skin was like. I don't use Botox. I don't have a lot of age lines on my face. Because you know what they say, black don't crack. And I don't have, when I do this, I mean, I have just a little fly. I don't have crow's feet. I just don't have a lot of lines on my face. So a lot of the techniques that the older, mature beauty bloggers were talking about, I couldn't relate to it. I can't relate to the lines and the creases and the Botox, and I just can't relate to that. I can relate to the younger women, but I don't relate into the fact that I don't wear that much makeup. So that's when I decided, you know, I had the light bulb moment, the aha moment. Why don't you do a YouTube video for older black women who don't wear a lot of makeup but can't relate to the other bloggers who either have crease lines or are going through the aging process that we are not going through. Because yes, we are aging, but our aging is different. Our aging is, I think our aging is slower, if that's the right word, but we just don't age like non-black people do. So this is my channel to show what black beauty looks like at 50 and over. So I hope you join me, and I hope you join the family. So I'm going to ask that you please subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so that you get notifications when new content comes up. So as an introduction, this is my first video on what I do Monday through Friday to get ready for work. I hope you enjoy. So let's get into it. Thanks. All right, so the first thing I'll do is I make sure that my face is completely moisturized. I have dry skin, so my T-zone is dry, so I don't I have to make sure that I'm very, very moisturized. And the stuff that I use to moisturize my skin, I've been using forever, and it's Pond's dry skin cream. Pond's what is it? See, old age. Pond's cold cream dry skin formula. So I make sure I put that on my face, and then to hydrate even more, I use my e.l.f. hydrating primer serum. This is the one that I use. You can see that. It's the hydrating primer serum. Love this stuff. So I use that on my face to make sure it's completely moisturized. I'm gonna put this in. Because like I said, I suffer from dry skin. So I have to make sure that my face is completely hydrated before I put on any type of makeup. So I put on my hydrating primer and I'm good to go. And then the second thing I do is I use my translucent powder. The translucent powder is actually going to help me because I don't put foundation on my nose because I wear glasses. I wear reading glasses, and so to prevent, you know, that rub off in those imprints, I set my face first with translucent powder. And that helps me not having to use a lot of foundation. So set that primer and that hydrating with translucent powder. And I'm good. And after I set my translucent powder, then I use my, I love this stuff, my e.l.f. Luminous Putting Primer. This stuff right here. Oh my gosh, this stuff right here. I use it especially under my eyes. You know, you don't use too much, but I dab it under my eyes after I put on my translucent powder. And the reason why I dab it under my eyes is because I'm going to use my concealer and I'm trying to prevent creasing. Because you know you get that creasing underneath your eye? Well, putting primer on beforehand really helps. So I just put that on really under my eye. Because that hydrating stuff I use is also a primer. And then I go through and I use a setting spray. And the setting spray that I use is the Coconut 3-in Primer Water by Wet n Wild. This stuff is the bomb. So I use that to set the powder and the primer that I just put on. So I just put that on, let it dry. I want this to dry so that the translucent powder that I put on and the primer that I put on doesn't move as I'm putting on the rest of my makeup. And then, so as you can see, I suffer from dark circles under my eyes. And that has nothing to do with lack of sleep or I'm tired. It's hereditary. Like if your family members have dark circles in their eyes, chances are you probably have dark circles. It has nothing to do with being tired. I just suffer from dark circles. So I like to use a concealer corrector, and it's by EBIN. I get this from my local beauty supply store. It's a 24-hour. As you can see here. Can you see that? Is the light shining too bright? Is that shining too bright on it? As you can see, it's 24-hour. And I get it in dark. And I just put that under my eye. And I use it. I have some hyperpigmentation a little bit on my face. So I just go in and I fix that. I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation under my chin. Note to self, and ladies, don't try to use anything like you want to use something new to like get rid of, you know, hair under your chin or on your mustache area, because I did that and it wound up burning my skin, and so now I suffer from those scars that I use. So I use my stippling brush, and I just go in and I just make sure that it's in there. This is also by e.l.f. As you can see, I love e.l.f. products. My small stipple brush. I love e.l.f. products. I love their brushes. I love their eyeshadows. I love all their stuff. As you can see, I'll go in. I like using my finger because my finger warms up the product and makes it sure it gets in there. But that's it. And half the time I can quit here and go about my day, and I'm good. But then I like to go in, and this is where the magic begins. I go in with my my foundation. Now I love this foundation. It's by NYX. I tried to use e.l.f.'s foundations, but their foundations, they still haven't, to me, they still haven't gotten it together, because their foundations go either from light to way dark. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see this. I'm gonna show you this right here. As you can see, I don't think you can see this. I might not try it, but this foundation blends. It really blends seamlessly with my skin. And when I try on a, I know they ask you to try it on, put it on your wrist. That don't work for me. I put it on my when I try a foundation. I'm gonna show you what I do. I try it on my décolletage. Let me show you. I can move my chair up a little bit. See right here? You see that? You see how that blends so, it blends so well with my skin? That's how I know it mixes well with me, because it blends so well into my skin. And that's how I go ahead and do the rest of my makeup. So to blend my makeup, I spray my sponge with makeup misting set. I know a lot of people use water, but I like spraying my can you see this? It's by e.l.f. makeup misting set. I spray my brush with that, and then I go in and I don't add any foundation under my eyes. And as you can see, I just use the leftover that I've used on my face. I use that around my nose. And if it comes off, that's fine, because I've already used the setting powder. And voila, that's it. I'm done with the foundation. And then I'll go in with my concealer. Now, let me tell you something right now. This concealer is by e.l.f. It's the 16-hour Camo concealer. Baby, let me tell you, I love this. I got it in rich chocolate, and I put a little. See, now I don't do that whole V thing. And then I'm gonna show you why. The reason why I don't do the whole V thing, and I use my sponge, also by e.l.f. Man, e.l.f. makes the best products. Anyway, these sponges are bomb. Anyway, so I go in and I wet my sponge with that misting set. I know some people use water. I don't. I use the misting set. And then I'll go through. See, the reason why I don't do the V, you see how it carries over with my sponge? If I did that whole big old V, it'd be all over the place. So that's it. And then I go in with my fingers and I make sure it gets in there. Because remember, like I said, I want to make sure that it gets under my eyes. So I don't get those creases later on. And that's it. I might put a little bit more. I got the new e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer because I do suffer from dry skin, and the 16 hour is more like a matte finish, and because I have dry skin, I don't want matte. We're gonna try this together, okay, y'all? We're gonna see. Going with my sponge. I guess that blends out okay. Yeah, that blended out good. Okay, ain't mad at it. Let's put a little on my eye, on my eyelid. And so my eyelids continue to get like I said, they could get a little dark too. Oh, okay. That blended out well. You think? That blended out well, I think. Ooh, look at his head. Anyway, so next are my eyebrows. And again, another e.l.f. product. It's my Ultra Precise Brow Pencil by e.l.f. And of course I got it in Brunette. And the reason why I love this is because it allows me because I don't have really thick eyebrows. So this allows me to go in. And I'm not trying to make my eyebrows super thick anyway. But it allows me to go in and allows me to draw my outline. And then I go backwards. I know some people go with it, but I go backwards because my eyebrows are not super thick anyway. But it allows me to make them look more natural. You know, as you get older, your eyebrows do thin as you get older. I don't know if y'all knew that or not, but they do. And so, no, can y'all see me? I'm sorry, I'm getting all into it. Anyway, so I go backwards. I don't go with the grain, except when I do the outline. But I go backwards. And my eyebrows grow funny. This side, they grow up right here. And then this side, they grow with it. But that's all right, because your eyebrows are supposed to be sisters, not twins, right? I use my spoolie to make sure they are on point. Get my spoolie to make sure that the start of my eyebrows is not hair in my eye. Start of my eyebrows is not it's kind of blended, because you know you see people and they got stark from dark all the way. You know, your eyebrows don't even grow like that. Your eyebrows don't grow that dark on the inside. So don't, ladies, stop doing that. Anyway, so I'll go in, do my eyebrows, and then there's this palette that e.l.f. came out with, and the first time I saw it was a few years ago. It was in the stores. You can't find it in the stores now. The only place I can find it is on Amazon, and I loved it. It's their foundation palette, and here it is right here. It's the foundation palette. You can see that, and I get number medium dark. That's the one I get. And I love this foundation palette. It has, like, you can see I use mine. And I use these for my eyebrows. So, I have this dual spoolie angle brush. And I got, where did I get this from? Where did I get this from? Kiss Professional. That's where I got this from. I got this from Kiss. You see that? See? Can you see that? I got this from Kiss. It's the top brow. Love this. I actually got this from the local beauty store around me. And so I use this foundation palette to just go under and clean up under my brows. And then I just go in and blend that out. Blend it out. I don't use a really dark color under really light color, because I can't stand that halo effect that people get, and you can see that really line. I don't do the top of my brows. Only time I really do the top of my brows is if it's date night or if I'm going someplace special. But I really don't blend out the top of my eyebrows. And then I go in with my beauty blender, my beauty sponge, and I just soften that up a bit, because I don't use a super light color anyway. And that's it. My eyebrows are done. This is, and I just want to reiterate, this is my everyday, this is my going to work look, because I'm not, you know, I get up so early in the morning. I get up at 4:30 in the morning. And so I'm not trying to do, get up at 4:30, shower, and I'm out the door by 5:30, a quarter to 6, so and get to work, because it's a 15-minute commute. So if I get up at 4:30, take a shower, beat my face, I'm good. So I don't do a lot. And then for, what am I looking for? Oh, yeah. So anyway, the next thing I do is, if I want to highlight, which I really don't, it's not a necessity, but if I really want to get a highlight going, I will use my other Camo color, which is Deep Chestnut. And it's the 16-hour Camo concealer. I'm telling you, e.l.f. be making some products. I used to use, I do shop at Ulta, and I do like some of the higher end products, but to be quite honest, e.l.f. seems to be, e.l.f. is coming for the next of these high end products, and I ain't mad at it, because you know everybody want to save some coins, right? Ain't nobody trying to spend all this money. So anyway, I do that if I want to get a little highlight going on, and then I blend it out. I put my tongue down there. I know y'all seen that. Like, what the hell? And this stuff, don't let it, you can't sit there and let it sit, because this stuff dries out, because it's 16-hour. It's a 16-hour. It's not supposed to move. So you need to blend this out pretty much as soon as you put it on your face. That's just, I'm going to tell you that right now. So that blends out so nice, y'all. And that's it. That's my highlight. And if I want to, I will put a little bit here to give myself a little highlight. I told you, I just don't like putting a ton of makeup. And if you just put it right here, you see it's going to carry. It's going to carry. So doing that, all that big old V, that huge V makes no sense. That's a lot of makeup. and a lot of product that I'm not trying to put on my face. So that blends out really nice. Told you I use my fingers a lot. Because your fingers just gonna melt everything in there. And you'll be fine. Then I use my translucent powder. Oh, I didn't tell y'all, the translucent powder I use is by Kiss, is ProTouch. It's a setting powder. This stuff, and I get it in, what color do I get? Earth. That's the color I get, Earth. Because you know, translucent powders, they don't really make a lot of tone for our skin tone. So I put that under to seal in the concealer. And that's so I don't get the creases. And then the next thing I do is I don't use a lot of blush. What I do like to use is a darker pressing powder. So this pressed powder is by Black Radiance, which, man, can I tell you, I thought Black Radiance was a black owned company. Come to find out, it is not. It is owned by Wet n Wild. So there you have it. It's not a black owned company. If you thought it was, it's not. Now you know. So anyway, I use this as a bronzer. And I use that on my cheeks and at the top. And that is what I use on my cheeks. And when you do this, you really don't need blush, y'all. Well, at least for me, I don't need to put a blush on. Once I do that, I'm good. And then I don't use a pencil or on my eyes, because as we get older, our eyelids tend to they get thinner. So me sitting there with a pencil and trying to drape it, I just don't like the way it looks. So I don't use a pencil. I don't use liquid liner anymore. I use eyeshadow. So let me show you what I do. I take my e.l.f. misting spray and I take my e.l.f. This is my e.l.f. angle brush, the small angle brush by e.l.f. Again, I told you I love e.l.f.'s products, y'all. Anyway, so I take that and I wet the tip with my mist spray, get off the excess, and then I dip it into an eyeshadow. And then I use that to line my eyes. Eyeshadow, you can see, and the beautiful thing about eyeshadow is that you can use any color, right? So you don't have to keep buying all those. So I use a brown eyeshadow as my liner. And I don't go all the way over. I stop, because if you go all the way to the ends, it has a tendency to make your eyes droop. And I don't want my eyes to droop, so, or even look like they drooping. So I don't go all the way to the ends. I just stop like right here. As you can see, I don't go all the way to the end right here. I stop like right about there. And that's my eyeliner. And the eyeshadow I use by Wet n Wild Coloricon. I don't even know if they make this anymore, y'all. It's called I'm Getting Sunburned, number 334. I don't even know if they use this anymore, but I love the color. The middle color there is what I use. Open this up. The middle color there, what you use for a crease, that's what I use for the eyeliner. So that's it. And now I'm going to step off screen so I can do my eyelashes. I can't do my eyelashes, y'all. I gotta be all in. And before I say that, let me tell you, I have a super duper 10-time magnifying mirror that really helps when you do your eyelashes. And I will say that when I do my eyelashes, I put glue on the lash. I let it dry down a little bit. Then I put another coat, but what I do is I put a little bit of glue right here and right here on my thing. I just put it like eyeliner, like liquid liner. I put it right here and I put it right here because that's where I have a tendency for my eyelashes to lift. So I put a little bit on the edges here and then on the inside. Now just a little bit, and I use the clear. I just put it a little bit on there, and make sure that my lashes don't lift. Anyway, so I will be right back. Okay? Don't go anywhere. Okay. I decided that I was going to show you what I was talking about. So, I got these things from the beauty store around me. I love these things. They help me put on my lashes. Beautiful. So anyway, the lashes that I use, I love these eyelashes. They're by Ardell, and I didn't bring the box in to show y'all. But there's these lashes that I use. They're called what are they called? I'll put the description down below, but I love them because they're really they're natural. They're not all them big spider lashes where I'm looking like I'm about to take flight. They're more natural, and which I really like. See, I don't have a lot of lashes. I don't have long lashes. The men in my family all have long lashes. That's a shame. The men have, all the women, no lashes. But the men, they all got them long, long lashes. So this is what I do. I put my glue on. As you can see, put the glue on. And then I let it dry down a little bit. And then I put a little bit here and there. See that? I just put it there and there, and that's going to dry down. And then make sure, put another coat on the lash, which is going to dry down. See, this is why I didn't want to do my lashes online, because I gotta just to dry down. But anyway, and this is where that 10 times that mirror comes in handy. And then you can just pop these on, and then I use my needle nose. I love these tweezers. Got these tweezers right here, these babies. Just grab and it just puts them right on. Where'd I get these lashes from? These lashes are Tweezer Man. Are they Tweezer Man? No. Who are these tweezers? Oh, Lacrosse. That's who it is. Is that Lacrosse? It's Lacrosse, right? Whatever. It's Lacrosse or something. Anyway, I think it's Lacrosse. It's either Lacrosse or Tweezer Man. I'll find out and then I'll put it in the description box below. But these bad boys, I love these. I don't use regular tweezers. I love these because they allow me to get close. As you can see, I can just put them on. And I love these because these help me, the eyelash ones help me get it on really well. Help me get the lashes on. I know some of y'all think. Anyway, so like I said, I use a little bit, put a little bit on the end, and a little bit. Try not to get any on your lashes. I mean, it'll come off with makeup remover, but still. And that's how I put it on. And that's how I know my lashes ain't going anywhere. Because I don't know about y'all, but like sometimes during the day, like my eyes start watering. And they start watering here and on the outside. So if I put the little lash glue on the on those little spots, they're not going anywhere. They're just not. So just pop this on. And then I go in with these tweezers and make sure that my lashes are on where I want them. Alright. Then just go in and put my mascara on my bottom lashes. Have y'all ever tried to put your mascara on and not make that face do that? It's hard. I mean, I'm trying to do it. But it's just better when I make that face. Anyway. So, that's pretty much it. And then I go in with my my setting spray. Now, again, this is a setting spray that I find at my local beauty store. I love it because they have two different kinds. They have the matte finish. This is again by EBIN, and you can see they have the matte finish, and then they have the dewy finish. And so I like to use the dewy finish because, like I said, I have dry skin. So the dewy finish gives me that dewy look. I like using the matte though, like if we're going to a thing, like if we're going to, like when we went to the Mardi Gras thing, or we go to a party, if I use the matte, it's gonna be okay if I sweat and stuff. So I will spray this. Whew. Let it dry. Let it dry, let it dry, let it dry. And then, oh, y'all, this nude lipstick that I have, it is by, who's it by? It's by NYX. Oh, I forgot it. Hold on. Okay. I got two of them. First, I use my NYX lip primer. This stuff right here, can you see it? It's the NYX lip primer. I use this before I put on anything because this allows my lipstick. Let me take that back because I don't wear a lot of lipstick. I wear lip glosses. I don't know why I said lipstick. But I like to use this lip primer because then it's not going anywhere. Then I use my lip liner. And I can't tell you the brand of this lip liner. I get it from my local beauty supply store. And it's by, y'all, I can't read that. Who is that by? Where are my glasses? Okay. See, this is why I don't put makeup on my nose, because of this right here. It's by NK Makeup. That's probably some no name brand. I don't know, but I like them. It's Auto Lip. I get them from the local beauty supply store near me. I just love the way they go on, and they're 99 cents. I'm always looking for a way to save money. And then this color, it's by Morphe. It's by Morphe. And it's called, who is it? What's it? See, just why I need my glasses again. Child. Who is this by? What is this called? Freebird. That's it. Oh, this color is so pretty. Look at this. For a nude lipstick for a brown girl, honey, look at that. Look at the way that blends out. That is a beautiful nude lipstick, isn't it? Isn't that pretty? That is gorgeous. So that's it. This is my everyday routine. Get up, go to work in the morning, and head out the door. This is it. And then if you have any suggestions what you'd like to see, put it in the comments down below. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye now.